Alright, what is going on, guys? Today I'm going to be walking you guys through my typical lower body day. Typically, I don't hit legs a lot, usually only once, only 2 times a week, tops, but I make sure that when I do hit legs, I go hard and I keep the intensity up. So, just to start, I always start with either a squat or a deadlift. Typically, I deadlift. I really like deadlifting. I find them to be very fun, but today I wanted to squat. So obviously, load the bar up with, well, nothing. Start with just the bar. Then I throw on a 45. I was still a little sore from the workout a few days ago, which I don't like working out on a sore day or while I'm sore, but sometimes you just have to, you don't really have time. So this was one of those workouts, and I made sure to get extra blood flow into my legs to really eliminate the feeling of all the soreness and the fatigue. Worked my way up to 225. This is my first working set. I did 2 sets of 6 reps for 225. Everything was feeling pretty good. Weight was going up pretty strong, considering I haven't squatted in a few weeks, a couple weeks at this point. And I was just, honestly, I was really glad to be squatting because I've always liked squatting, but I go through phases where I want to deadlift or when I want to squat, etc. Now, this is my second set. Now, this is where it kind of changes. I believe you'll see here on the 3rd rep, my left knee starts to kind of give out, and it's kind of made a little snapping sound. Not like anything broke, but it was like a really loud crack, which is natural. My knees crack. Everybody's knees cracks. But as you can see here, that's the second, and then I believe it's this one right here. And I could feel that, and I continued going, and it hurt really bad at first, but I still wanted to continue and finish the set and then work my way from there. But yeah, that's the end of my 2x6. And then I started thinking, wow, maybe I shouldn't go up. But I still went up anyways, which maybe isn't that smart, but I felt actually very good this set. I bumped it up to 245. I'm going to do this for, I believe, 2 sets of 4 or 5, to 4 or 5. My knee felt very good this set. Right here, I felt very smooth. It felt like I was back to normal. Let's see, was it 4 reps or 5 reps? I believe it's 4. It was 5, yeah. And then I rack it, and then I do another set of 5 more reps. And I believe here on the first rep is when it starts to it instantly, like the pain just came back. It was like a really, yeah, you can tell, like I paused. It's a really numbing, kind of like dull ache in my knee, and it felt really, really uncomfortable. And I knew like I could finish the set, but I'm not going to do any more after this. So I finished this set, and then I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm done. That's enough for squatting. I'll be fine. So that's it for squatting. I usually keep it very simple. I don't do, a lot of volume. I don't go too heavy, but I like to keep the intensity up quite high. Typically, right after I either squat or deadlift, I go and do a hamstring curl. Now, I know some of you might be saying a sitting hamstring curl is better, and I do agree with you. But in this scenario, I just really wanted to use the lying down hamstring curl. I did like 1 warm-up set. Then I did, I think this is 190, maybe 190 pounds or something like that, almost a full stack, and I basically rep this out to near failure, like really, really close to failure. A very common theme you're going to see is on my leg days, I like to be in and I like to be out. So I'm doing no more than 2 sets of 5 to 10 reps, very high, heavy weight, very high intensity. And that's about it. This is my working set. This is, I think, 240. I think this is basically a full stack almost. And yeah, that was very, very intense for me. But felt really good. Now we're moving on to the hip abduction. I'm not sure what this is called, the one that goes in. I think it's just hip abduction, I believe. If I'm wrong, just comment, let me know. But I like doing these. They keep my hips strong. They carry over to my squat and my deadlift, and I believe it adds, a good amount of definition and thickness or width onto my upper thigh, because I do have smaller thighs. Did one little warm-up set right here, as you can see, very, very easy. Then I moved up to a near full stack, and I did this, as you can see, I like to go all the way out. I like to, do the entire range of motion. I don't like to do any half reps. I'm really getting the stretch in there. And I believe it doesn't matter, what weight you're using. If if you're maybe doing a half rep, or or your range of motion is just not there, I think you're really, really missing out on a lot of gains. And I think it's kind of pointless to go up in weight if you're at least not doing the full range of motion. So again, I just did one set. Obviously, I warmed up. This is my working set. I did this for about 10, 11 reps, and that's it for hip abduction. Then I moved over to quad extension. Now I really like doing these. These are super easy, super simple. I did, I think, one or two warm-up sets, and then I moved up to my working set of, I think it was just straight full stack. My knee felt really, really good on these. Typically, when I have knee pain or like ankle pain or hip pain, I don't or mostly knee pain, I don't feel my knees like at all on this. I think it's simply because I'm isometric, or I'm isolating, my quad, and I'm not really putting any unnecessary stress on the knees, whereas most of it's going into just straight into the quad. And they felt really good. It honestly, I think if you're having a lot of knee pain, I think doing these quad extensions, whether they're heavy or whether they're not, is very beneficial to you, and it's very good for both strengthening your knee, the muscles around your knee, and rehabilitating yourself from an injury. And that is basically it for my workout. It's very simple. I like to, be in and out. As you can see, I was only in here for like no more than 45 minutes. Obviously, I do less exercises than I would on an upper body day, so my upper body days are typically a little longer, maybe an hour, like no more than an hour and a half tops. But yeah, I got a really good workout in, felt really good. My knee is still feeling good the day after. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like. Let me know in the comments below. If you guys are interested in coaching, go on my Instagram, DM me, and we can see what we can work with. And yeah, I hope you guys all stay healthy. God bless. Stay safe.